What's going on, Soul Nation? Ginger Prime here, and today we have an update to the Icetide Challenge tracking issue. If you guys aren't aware, early in the Icetide season there was a bug. It forced them to have to do a reset, otherwise people wouldn't be able to progress. And they've long been promising some form of an apology, some form of makeup within the game. And it seems we have our answer, and so let's go ahead and discuss. The link to this article over on Reddit will be in the description below if you want to go and add your voice to that conversation. But as always, I'd love to hear your voice in the comments below, what you think. Are you still playing Icetide? Are you enjoying the content? Are you waiting for the Anthem 2.0 mythical update that we've been promised and that we're waiting for anxiously to see what it is? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and dive into the article, and I'm going to give you my thoughts here towards the end of this video. If you like this kind of content, let me know. And if you feel that it's good enough and that I've earned your subscription, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But let's go ahead and dive in the meantime. So this is from UNT Giroux. He's writing, "Hey everyone, I hope you all had a great holiday, and we're back in the office here at BioWare, and we wanted to drop an update for you on the challenge tracking issue that we ran into at the beginning of Icetide. Now for those who are unaware, back at the beginning of the season, there was an issue that prevented everyone from gaining progress, specifically in the tip of Iceberg Challenges. While we had a fix for it and we worked to solve the original issue, it unfortunately had an unforeseen side effect that caused everyone with existing progress not to be able to gain any at all. In order to fix this, we made the decision to reset everyone's progress so that everyone could correctly gain progress again. After discussing the right course of action, we wanted to alleviate some of the frustrations you may have experienced due to the original progress lost, as well as the time and the investment that was made by many of you before the challenges reset. Shortly after this post, we began granting everyone who had logged in since the Icetide update up until now, up to 20,000 seasonal crystals. When we know for sure that the grant is live, we'll also leave an edited note on this post saying that it has been applied, so you might have to log in and log back out to see your crystals awarded. Now additionally, we wanted to address some of the other questions the community has been asking since the start of Icetide. So regarding Tyrant Mine, as many of you have brought it up, we have not yet added Tyrant Mine to the seasonal Icetide challenge rotation yet. Now this is due to an issue that we saw in testing, and we did not feel confident in releasing it until it was addressed. Now the good news is this issue has been fixed, and you will see Tyrant Mine in the Icetide seasonal stronghold rotation very soon. Now for armor sets, just to let you know, we do have plans for new armor sets in this season. Those will come later in the event following in an upcoming patch. Now, thank you all for playing, and as usual, we'd love to know your thoughts on the game, so feel free to share your feedback with us here, and always it is appreciated, the Anthem community team. So just to dive into the conversation right now, I feel there's something really magical about the Anthem community. Honestly, there's been so many more positive comments on the content that I'm making around Anthem. It's really exciting to see, and that is a massive shift in what we have seen. Now, I've seen a lot of different conversations still going on Reddit talking about 2.0, talking about like what it could mean. Is it really coming? We haven't really heard much from BioWare. But in case you've been out of the loop, just know that BioWare is in the process of show, don't tell. Meaning they don't want to miscommunicate, set false expectations, end up getting us frustrated and continuing that loop of frustration around what could potentially be an incredible game and an incredible comeback story. The other thing I've noticed, and it's really exciting to see, is that there are many people who have been playing this game from the beginning and who absolutely love it. That has me so excited to see and to talk to those people specifically. My break came with the game like around the Cataclysm. For some reason, it just didn't interest me. And coming back to the dungeons piece of it and seeing what they learned from the Cataclysm and adding it into this seasonal content right here is really exciting. And honestly, I think the Tyrant Mine is still one of my favorite strongholds to date. And I just look forward to seeing what new kinds of content they can bring into this world. Now, I personally have kind of the list of things that I want to see. Everybody kind of does. It's really cool to see ideas and conversations form around how loot can be structured, what kind of content we want to see, how they can really revitalize this game. And I've also seen concerns with that people don't feel like BioWare is doing enough to promote this game. And to anybody who's in that camp, like I can understand the mindset. I think that it's best for them to get everything ready, to have, like, you really only get one first impression, but in video games that isn't necessarily true. If you work hard enough, and especially as people get distracted and go and play other games and have other experiences, and they come back to check on what they hope to be like, the game would be, And if the game is, or if it's close, like that's a really good second impression opportunity. So how I personally read this article, honestly, I'm excited. I think 20,000 crystals seems like a really nice, gift. Is it always perfect? Would I want more? If they gave me 50,000, would I complain? Not at all. That gives me a couple of legendaries, or I can pick up another armor set or two at the next reset if I so choose. That's just going to add on to my pile, and I think there's plenty of things to purchase with my crystals, and honestly, they feel very valuable. It feels as a currency in the game really exciting, and it makes me wonder, like, what other ways can we see more of the player economy grow? And I think having a true player economy with trade is far, far away. I don't even know if it's on their roadmap or something they're interested in, but to be able to acquire things and to turn those things into other things that I'm actually after is actually really exciting. So I want to leave you with the final thought here. I think 20k, like I said, is fine, and as I look forward to the rest of Icetide, I'm sitting here looking at it and saying, well, at the end of Icetide, what is next? And I hope that by the time Icetide concludes, that we'll start hearing more about what the future of this game is going to look like over the course of 2020. I think it has a lot of potential. I think it's clear that BioWare is actively working on the game. My hope is that they're going to be able to present something to us and get us excited about it. I don't know how that's going to play out, because honestly, like, I'm excited that Tyrant Mine is really going to be finally coming into this rotation, but also I think hopefully maybe by the next season, if they decide to do the Strongholds piece of content again, it could be a good opportunity to maybe perhaps introduce a new Stronghold. Honestly, I think Strongholds right now are some of the top tier content in my opinion, and it would be really cool to have a little bit more variety in that spice of life. But that's just me, and hopefully I'm not being greedy. I know that's not easy content to make, but those are my thoughts. Hopefully this has been informative. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully you're enjoying your time with Icetide as I am. And that's going to be it. I'm going to wrap up this this video. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. I hope you have an incredible week, and I'll see you next time. Take care.